Okay guys, part 3. This tutorial is for witch's hat, as you can see here. So let me just see if I can get the focus on that right to show you all the little detail. There we go. Looks really, really cute. Really nice as a cupcake topper. So we'll get straight into it and I'll show you everything. So, all you need is your black fondant, your purple fondant, your yellow fondant. You can leave off the purple and the yellow if you want to, that's absolutely fine. You need your round cutter, the smaller one. You need a rolling pin. You need your edible glue and obviously your paintbrush for that. If you don't have edible glue, water is fine guys, just don't use too much water, just a little bit. And I have some of my tools including the scalpel blade. You will need the scalpel blade or a knife for parts of this, just for the purple ribbon. So if you're not planning on using the purple ribbon, then don't worry about it, you're not going to need to be cutting anything. I'm also including another little tool, which is this little plunger. I didn't intend on it, I was just going to freehand the little yellow buckle, but then I realised I had this shape and I thought it would be really, really cute as the buckle. I'm only using it because I have it. If you don't have it, that's fine. Roll out a tiny little ball in your hands and press it on to have a round buckle, or just using a knife cut out a small little square shape. It's completely up to you. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. So we'll get straight into it. So take some black fondant. Just going to give it a quick roll in my hands. And roll it out. Stick a little bit, so I'll just be a bit more careful and unrolling. Okay. Using the cutter. And because I've one already done, I'm only going to cut out 3. Just to show you. Okay, so there's a few things that you can do in terms of the hat. You can leave the base round just like that if you want to. I ruffled mine and I'm going to show you how I did that. So one of my tools is this. I absolutely love this tool. I just think it gives such a gorgeous feature and I tend to use it a lot. And all I do is lean on the edge of my fondant and it thins it out, and what happens is because it's thinning out, it's giving it this beautiful ruffle. I think it's really, really sweet. So this can be a bit of a fashionista witch in that she's not your traditional, she has a little bit of flair to her. So that's that one. You can leave them plain if you want to, of course. The other bit of texture that you can add to them is the tool that we were using earlier for the pumpkins. I'll give you a better look at it there now. So this is all it is, and all we need to do is simply lean against the edges again, and it gives it the texture for you. So you just lean and roll, that's all. You can use a fork as well guys to get the same kind of feature, or you can leave it plain, it looks just as nice plain, but this is just to show you the different options that you have. Okay, so we'll move on with the ruffled one, because that is my favourite, I'm not going to lie, it's my favourite one. And now grab another piece of black fondant. And all I'm doing is making a ball. That's all. Rolling it in my hands and leaving the heat from my hands help it take its shape, smooth it out and get rid of all of the cracks. Okay, so there's a ball. Now we're going to change the ball to a cone. And to do that, all you need to do is lean more on one end. I hope you can see that. Let's make sure. Okay. All I'm doing is leaning on one end. This is what I've gotten so far. Now if you take the big round end and press it against the surface, it flattens the end for you. And that's a good thing, that's what we want. It's going to help you get your cone shape. And now just lean. Really focus on the end tip because you want to get that nice and skinny. Because a witch's hat reaches a point. Okay. happy with that. I'm going to tilt the ends of mine. I like my hats to be a little bit quirky. You can leave them straight upwards if you want. You can do a little twirl in them. You can tilt them just like mine, whatever you want. It's your hat, you do whatever you like. So, using your brush, I keep forgetting that word for some reason, dip it in your edible glue or your water. If it's water that you're using, it's fine. And if you don't have a brush, just use your finger. You don't want much. Just that's enough. And simply stick the hat on. Okay, now if you don't want to do the ribbon, you don't want to do the buckle, then your witch's hat is all done. You see it there? So they're super cute, really, really nice. I'm going to keep going just to show you the rest of it. So we're at that stage, we've only a little bit more to go. At this point, roll out a little bit of your maroon. And this is where we have to do a small bit of cutting. It's not much, doesn't have to be perfect. Don't stress out about it or feel like, oh God, this is going to ruin it. It won't at all. You can simply freehand it and it just adds a little bit of texture, that's all. So, for me, I like working with straight lines and edges where I can. So I'm going to cut off the excess because I know I'm not going anywhere near that. Okay. And all I'm going to do is cut across like this. It's not perfect, doesn't have to be. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. And I'm happy with it. Not going to stress. Okay. So, next thing we do, get your edible glue again and run it all along the edge where the top of your hat meets the bottom, because this is where we're going to be sticking the ribbon. Make sure you're going all the way around. Okay, and now simply pick up your ribbon and put it on. So I have big man's fingers and it's very hard for me to reach certain little spots, so this is where my tools come in handy. I absolutely love them for this. They help you get into those small little spaces that your fingers can't, and they'll help me get the ribbon right down in here. So I absolutely love them for this. They're definitely worth it for this alone. This is only to show you guys, so I'm not going to be stressing out about the fact that I have a gap at the back. No one is going to see it. You can, if you want to make sure it's done right, absolutely. You just need to cut a longer length of the purple. For me, not so much. It's going to be at the back. No one's going to see it. So, that's the front belt. I'm going to move my purple to one side. We're down to the final little hurdle, which is the yellow fondant. Then a quick roll out. I'm going to use the plunger that I talked about earlier. And all I do is press it into the fondant, and when I lift away, it's brought up the diamond inside, which is exactly what I wanted to do from here, because this is going to make it a lot easier on me. So using my edible glue, I have a little bit left on the brush. I'm just going to press onto the fondant with it. I don't want to get the cutter, I just want to get the fondant, because I don't want to make the cutter sticky. And when I know I have enough on it, simply pick up the hat, put your plunger cutter against where you want the buckle to be, and press out, and voila. And guys, there you have it. There is your really, really simple and easy witch's hat. They look super cool, and they're fabulous as cake toppers. So I'm going to keep going until I have 4 witches hats, 4 ghosts and 4 pumpkins, and what that's going to leave me with is 12 toppers. So if I wanted to do a dozen cake toppers, or sorry, a dozen cupcakes, I'm going to have cake toppers for all of that. Or if I simply just want to do a round Halloween cake, I can mix and match everything wherever I like. But they're pretty cool. They've been great fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorials. I know I spoke earlier on in the videos about adding a little flower to the ghosts, and this is what I meant, just to jazz her up a little bit. It is for kids. I still have the cocktail stick in this one, so I'll show you. If you simply pull it out, the ghost is now hardened enough that it will hold itself up. So there's actually no real need for it if you don't want to include it. But if you wanted to have that floating effect, then I'd recommend leaving it in. Guys, that's it. I really hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. If any of you do partake in this with your kids, please upload videos or photos. I'd absolutely love to see them. It's really nice for me to see that people are using the tutorials. And if you've any questions, pop them under the videos and I'll be sure to answer them when I get a chance. Happy Halloween, guys.